Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Jazz. And I gotta say, I love this guy and I just realized I have him mistransformed. Whoopsie doodles and ow, my elbow. But yeah, so this is Jazz. I'm trying my best to keep not constantly referencing the B movies. Terrible joke. But I will fail at some point in this review, and I apologize. But yeah, I love this guy, and I got the retool before I got the original mold, and quite honestly, I can definitely see where a lot of my favorite points of Knockout comes from on this guy. I really do love this figure. And my one big point of contention, and I feel like that's with everybody's, the backpack just being comprised almost entirely of just clear plastic is definitely a very scary thing. Luckily for me, I don't have any cracks or anything on the plastic, which is awesome. I have actually been very careful when I transform this guy, especially because I know of the crack problems on the glass, on the clear plastic. So I try my best not to manhandle at least the glass part. Everything else, it's solid plastic, so it feels, good quality, sturdy. It's just, again, knowing this back piece here is mainly just clear plastic, I tend to be gentle with mainly the canopy. Yeah, all in all, it folds up very nicely into a backpack. The front end, honestly, when I saw other reviews of this guy's chest being a little too big, I was like, I mean, yeah, a wee bit just on camera, but in hand, the chest isn't actually that bad. I honestly think it suits him quite nicely. I do get that. I think they were more talking about Knockout and his chest car window being a little bit too big, but either way, they're both really nicely done. It gets off the look of the character. He looks agile as all heck, and I really love that. Yeah, and quite honestly, it's the only other real problem is the knees on mine. These tabs are just a little too tight on mine, so they don't click in. They'll pop out a whole lot. So while it does give great knee articulation, it sucks that I can't get him to properly stand. I have to very harshly kind of tab in and push on the actual leg joint to get him to, properly set up. Other than that, awesome guy. I love the color scheme. The white looks great, and I have been very careful about keeping this guy especially out of sunlight, because white character, yellowing is kind of a big thing. So I'm trying to get rid of that. My Shattered Glass white guys are all, still pearl white. And I'm keeping it that way. Gosh darn it. But yeah, so for articulation, head is on a ball joint, so you get a wonderful 360 degree there. You get wonderful up and down as well, which is awesome. So you can get him bopping his head to some really awesome tunes. Arms can go out that far, which is great. You get full 360 degree of bend here. You also get a little bit of in and out thanks to the transformation joint. So you can get him going a wee bit further. You get a wonderful 360 here at the upper arm thanks to the mushroom peg. And you get 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. And then you just get in and out for the hands. You get a wonderful waist swivel here, which is awesome. Legs can go out about that far. Back that far. And again, like I said before, you get a decent degree of bend, 90 normal. And then if you kind of break the knee joint or for the transformation hinge, you get just a wee bit more. So Mr. Black Ops can actually knee Predacons in the groin if he wants to. And then you get a very nice deep ankle bend here for the feet. It also comes with just his, standard little pew pew gun. It's standard. It works. It's decent. And he can look at you like he's friggin' James Bond, which is badass. I do kind of wish, like what they are doing with the upcoming buzzworthy Jazz. He came with his grappling hook, because that would have been cool. And it would have been really awesome to just kind of have like Earth mode Jazz with like some like Fall of Cybertron stuff, just to kind of throw that in. And hopefully with Studio Series we get a new Cybertronian Jazz, because I can't wait for Studio Series games. Those look amazing. Anyways, enough hyping up a toy that I haven't even gotten yet. Damn it, Jazz, keep your knees together, please. Okay? This cool? This cool. Okay. So, let's have him up next with G2 Leadfoot. You can see that. Here he is with Mirage. It's again, another F1 car. And here you have him next to old Jackie, who is weird. There we go. Jackie, stay in your lane, please. There we go. And here we have him next to Dragstrip. So that would just have another Viacon, or not Viacon, Stunticon, just to kind of show him off with. And of course, last but not least, here we have him with Dr. Knockout. And yeah, I think they made a great choice having like Knockout's vehicle mode be based off of Jazz. Like, it works really well. I very much dig it. But yeah, so that's it for robot mode. So let's get down to vehicle mode, shall we? Alright, so to transform Jazz, all you're going to want to do is take off the gun, fold in the hands, and then break them in half. So flip them all the way up, making sure just to keep the back section out. And actually, we're going to extend the entire glass piece out, like so. And then just flare out the door wings. And that is the smoothest I've ever gotten this little back section out, ever. Normally, the darn thing just kind of fights me on it. Very terrifying, especially when you're trying to be careful. So next, you want to take this piece here and just kind of push the entire head down and through, like so. Then you want to grab this piece, flip it up, just to kind of create that very nice front end. Rotate the shoulders around, just like so. Like so. Leave them off for right now. You want to take this middle section, rotate that 360 around, and then you can finish off with the arms, making sure that these tabs are pointed out as well, just because they help with keeping the doors tabbed in. So you should look like this when you have him kind of half transformed. And last but not least, you just fold in the feet, roll down the the rear fenders, collapse the legs, as mine just constantly want to do, because apparently this version of Jazz really likes to be in alt mode. I guess I figured out what Jazz's favorite form is then. Let's just hope that rigor mortis doesn't set in. Because as much as I enjoy the vehicle mode, and it is a decent vehicle mode, there are a couple of problems with it. I.e., quite honestly, the most glaring problem, and really the only one that I'm just not really a fan of, is the back end. And that's just because the feet are sticking out. And I know that's a point of contention for a lot of people. Quite honestly, I can see it as like small oil slicks. Like, he has like just this added bumper because he's a special ops agent. He's going to need like some small weapon defenses, but yes, this is just a simple, Porsche car. I think Rise of the Beast is coming out soon, so the Porsche 911 is on my mind. I just can't remember if that's what Jazz turns into. I know he turns into a Porsche of some kind. It's just I can't remember if this is the rally form of a 911 or if it's a different model altogether. Not a car guy. I apologize. And I have modded this figure a wee bit. So, the rims of the vehicle mode are mainly done in silver. These front two wheels, however, are clip-ins. So the clips themselves are black. I've used a Sharpie and just kind of made them silver. The Sharpie is wearing off a wee bit, so I'll have to apply another coat. And I also decided to paint in rear view mirrors, just done in silver, because I like that wee bit of added realism to the figure. So I added some silver to the windscreen because I like it. Yeah, so he rolls wonderfully. I love the blue and red striping that he has. Like this is just really nice. The livery, I can't livery, whatever that word is for the deco that the cars have, looks really nice. They did a great job paint matching white, which, I mean, it's white. I don't think it's that hard. I know multiple colors, are harder to get, but I feel like white, they did a good job. The red stripe, they have the gas can or the fuel tank right here, so you can fuel up the car in from the front here, which is really awesome. You got the side vents here to allow the engine to actually, cool down. He rolls quite well, actually, which is awesome. What you expect from a rally car, which is awesome. You got the 14 on the sides here. Again, really awesome. And for comparison, here we have him next to another race car, Mirage. The same race car in Leadfoot. Drag strip. And here we have Wheeljack, whose glass kind of broke. This part here kind of broke on me during transformation. So that sucks. I'm never putting him in vehicle mode ever again. That sucks because I honestly love transforming Jazz because he's a great figure. But it looks like another Jazz is in the works. Yay. Great. Or not Jazz, another Wheeljack. There's that. And of course, here we have him next to Knockout. And I love the fact that they were able to remold a street legal car from this guy. And you can see just the proportions are so crazy on both of these vehicles, where this guy has a very straight line going across the vehicle. Jazz is more curvy. It's more aerodynamic in a way, and it provides more surface area for the back tires, and I really do like that. I love how they're able to make two totally different cars who have the exact same transformation, and it's really cool. Yeah, I really love these vehicles, and I did not paint the windows on this guy because I actually forgot that I had Knockout, so that's a whoopsie on my part. And finally, because, I did this with Override. Here's all the racers getting ready for a world race of sorts. There we go. So you can just kind of have like a really awesome looking rally for your Transformers figures. And honestly, that's a pretty cool shot. I'm not going to lie, that's really awesome. I'm only doing just the Earth vehicles just because I feel like, if we're being honest here, if Override was in it, they'd all just have no chance whatsoever. Cyberkey be damned. It's Override. The woman just badass. And that race with Hot Rod or Hotshot doesn't count. Never. And before people get up in arms, joke. But yeah, so that is it for Transformers Studio Series 86 Jazz. I hope you have enjoyed. Honestly, if you can find it anywhere and you just want like a Jazz just for the collection, highly recommend this guy, or wait for the new one that's coming out, the Buzzworthy. It's Cybertronian mode, not Earth mode, but it still looks really good. Again, highly recommend this guy. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, or whenever you watch this, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.